Have you ever wondered how to get ahead? In this video, I will explain the nature of wealth creation in a free market economy and what it takes to climb the American economic ladder from wherever you are to wherever you want to be. I am Jeff Schuster, and you're watching Reengineering Politics, which provides objective information on political matters so that you can make informed decisions for a better America. In previous videos, I criticized the way that politicians have harmed the economy. In my video, Why the Economy Feels So Bad, I vividly described the detrimental effects of gradual inflation from 1970 until today, particularly on the young and middle class, which has borne the brunt of this economic phenomenon. In Politics of Money, I contrasted different political systems and explained how we drive a wedge between the poor and the middle class. In Income Inequality, Myth versus Reality, I explained how the government can't balance income with higher taxes on the rich. Now, in these videos, you may think there is no way to win in our current economic system. This is not true, and this was never intended to be my message. The United States still has the most opportunity of any economic system in the world. In this video, I want to dispel a notion that is communicated by politicians that there are permanent economic classes of people. So when I left my house at 18, I was on my own and I earned $5,000 per year in part-time jobs that paid no more than minimum wage. I had no assets. I was going into debt to pay for college, so by every measure, I was poor. Today, I'm on the other end of the economic spectrum. So while I'm proud of my journey, I'm not special. Anyone can climb the economic ladder of success. So I'll describe how you can successfully climb the economic ladder that is a byproduct of the freedom and liberty that we enjoy in the United States of America. Life choices are the most important factor in successfully climbing the economic ladder. Not only are these choices important, but the order of these choices is also important. Developing a strong work ethic is key. Raise your children to do work in your home. Kids can't do heavy work, but they can clean the room, they can take out the trash, or do other home chores. After a kid cleans their room, they see the reward of work, even if they initially resist taking on that task. I hear many young people say that they don't have a passion for whatever it is that they're doing. They then take a low-paying or no-paying job that they are attracted to only to end their lives in poverty. Like many things in life, work has a reward that's not obvious until you do it. That's what work ethic is about. I also hear people saying it doesn't matter how hard they work, they can't get ahead. They then create this notion that the system is rigged, meaning that they can't get ahead in a free market. On one hand, they're right. Work doesn't equal prosperity. Work is simply an ingredient in achieving prosperity. Education is the key to developing skills. Skills are the key to higher earning potential. It matters what skill that you develop. If you work decades to learn a skill that no one wants or needs in the free market, your investment's in vain. The free market is built on supply and demand. If your skill is in low demand, or there are plenty of people with that same skill, that job will pay little. If your skill is in high demand, and there are few with that skill, the compensation will be great. Like a work ethic, learning is lifelong. If you create a desire to learn and grow, there's no height you can't reach. Now that you're ready to start your career that is in high demand, you can start with a good salary. Don't worry if this first salary is not what you want. Why? Because you have good work ethic and a desire to learn. As your skills and production increase, you can map out a path to grow your salary. In a free market, results that create value will yield higher compensation. Many have soured on the old-fashioned idea of getting married. Whether you get married or not, this is the fourth in our life sequence because it should follow the first three. If you do not have good work ethic, a desire to learn, and a good job, marriage and child rearing will be extremely challenging. A natural progression is starting a family after marriage. Children take time, lots of time, and lots of attention. Like work, raising children's hard and rewarding at the same time. It doesn't matter if a man stays home, a woman stays home, or a couple decides to pay for child care and a house cleaner, or a parent's on their own. Domestic work must be done by someone. This includes cleaning, meal preparation, child care, lawn care, and many other domestic chores. Many young adults fall into this trap of thinking domestic work can be just done on the side or when they have time. This is not true. Domestic work and raising children is more than a full-time job. I wish our schools taught about money, although sometimes I question whether public school teachers know enough to teach this important topic. You'll earn a certain amount. It doesn't matter if this amount is $20,000 or $200,000 per year. Spend less than this amount and put money aside to pay for unforeseen emergencies. If you need help with this, I recommend reading anything that Dave Ramsey wrote or taking his Financial Peace University. You will learn how to create and stick to a budget, get out of debt, start saving, create an emergency fund, protect your wealth, and live a life of abundance. Many have decided that it's okay to borrow to attend college, purchase a home, or buy a car. Some have decided to extend this borrowing culture to payday loans, racking up credit card debt, and borrowing heavily when you're out of work. Debt is seldom the answer to whatever financial need you have, and it should be your last option. That said, there is good debt. If you will have a good return on an investment in your college education, then it's wise to borrow as much as you need for this investment. On the other hand, if you're borrowing $100,000 to get a job that pays $5,000 more per year than you could have gotten otherwise, then such debt's not advised. If renting costs $2,000 per month and a house payment will be $2,500 per month, ensure that the added equity will offset the increase in rent payments that you're going to experience over the next 5 years. In most cases, people borrow money because they want a nicer house or a nicer car, or they're told that they must attend college to get a good job. They overlook the financial wisdom of such purchases, and then they find themselves a slave to their debt. In many cases, they lose their job, can't make a few payments, lose their prized car or their house, and they ruin their credit rating. This is how the free market works. There are consequences for poor debt decisions. I'm a business coach in my day job, and I can't tell you why, but many business owners don't want to plan. The same aversion to planning is present in many people's personal lives. The normal mode of operation for people is that they know that they need income, they know they have bills to pay, they get a job, then they get an apartment, then they get a car, buy groceries, pay other bills, and then they notice that their bank account's running low. They may even bounce a check here or there and get insufficient fund notices. This is not the way to get ahead in a free market. There are two kinds of financial planning, immediate and future. Immediate planning is budgeting based on what you earn today. Future planning is creating a plan to increase your earnings and plan for a future life that's better than the one that you have today. If you want to live a lifestyle that costs $200,000, but you currently earn $20,000 per year, don't pretend that you're wealthy. Plan how you will become wealthy and then execute your plan. There is this notion that the poor will get poorer and the rich will get richer. This is a lie in the United States of America, and I'm going to prove it. Here are the basic economic classes of Americans: the poor, the working class, the middle class, the upper class, and the wealthy. I will now explain how you climb from one rung of this economic class ladder to the next. The first climb is from the poor to the working class. Our government has ensured that this is one of the most difficult rungs of the ladder to climb. Why? Because many entitlements designed to help the poor keep people in the poor economic class. If a family of four earns less than $30,000 per year, they can double their income through government entitlement programs. While this is helpful for the poor, it's difficult to justify working harder to lose income. Take advantage of any handout the government gives you while you're poor. If they offer free training or free college or housing assistance or health care insurance, take it. However, make your plan to increase your earnings as soon as you're able. To achieve $50,000 per year, you must get a job that pays $25 an hour. This is an entry-level compensation for a skilled worker in many trades. So gain a skill, and you're on the next rung of the economic ladder. Many call this working smarter, not working harder. Most middle-class households need to earn enough to provide for the lifestyle that they want for their families. Increasing income can be doubling your income through a two-worker household, but you must consider the cost or time to care for your children. A way to increase your income without adding another income earner to your family is to improve your skills and your job prospects. If you're a welder, become a specialized welder. If you're a plumber, consider starting a plumbing business. If you're an accountant, you should be able to achieve the middle class status in an accounting firm. The key to this category is knowing what you must earn to live your middle class life, planning to get to this income level, and then executing your plan. The primary difference between the middle and upper class is achieving an earning level that exceeds your middle class lifestyle. For salespeople, this may be making a big sale and earning a huge sales commission. For engineers, this may be gaining ownership of a valuable patent. For entrepreneurs, this may be planning and executing a profitable business plan. When you experience this unexpected jump in income, invest those earnings wisely. This investment may be in your own business, or it may be in the stock market or real estate. It is these events and investments that will land you on the next rung of the economic class ladder. To climb from upper class to wealthy, you must make some gambles that may land you back in the middle class. Most who achieve this level of wealth are striving for something greater than money. They have money, and they desire legacy. This gamble may be expanding a small business to grow to the point of going public in an initial public offering or an IPO. This gamble may be investing in oil exploration or some other investment that pays off. In the free market, it is these steps out on a ledge that drive innovation and growth in the world economy. I have attempted to lay out a vision for how anyone can achieve wealth in a free market economy. Unfortunately, there are many traps that you must avoid. This may be obvious, but I'm going to say it anyway. Stay away from drugs and alcohol addictions. With the legalization of marijuana, there is this notion that drug use isn't a big deal. Some can use these drugs casually, and others will ruin their lives with them. If you become a user, be aware that addiction is a life killer. Whether it takes you out from an overdose or you become homeless, the high isn't worth it. There is a lifestyle that's become a sort of terrible trend. Young women get pregnant, have children without a father in the home, and get benefits from the government to live the poor, single-parent life. While this may seem like a good option, it's not a way to win in the free market. You can see that the single-parent trend is shrinking somewhat from its peak in 2012, but it's still much higher than it was in 1970. Ironically, with the legalization of abortion, single-parent households increased in the same time frame. Single parenthood can be a result of an unplanned pregnancy where the dad decides to bail, or a divorce household, or a death of one parent, or an intentional single parent who doesn't want a partner. In any case, Climbing the economic ladder is challenging for this individual as they must take on domestic duties, raise their children, and earn an income. If you have a choice in the matter, please avoid this situation. No different than drug addictions, our society has normalized gambling. This once taboo vice was forbidden in many states and other jurisdictions because gambling robbed hopeful participants of their wealth. FanDuel and other sports gambling programs, casinos in every state, and state lotteries have ensured that gambling is a part of everyday life in America. Participate in this vice however you want. Understand that gambling is not part of the recipe for success in the free market. The only gamble that pays off in a free market is one with a calculated risk and a venture that can benefit society and you. Even 1/3 of lottery winners go broke within 3 to 5 years. Why? Because money is not what gamblers lack to win in the free market. Work ethic and the desire to learn will earn and retain wealth in a free market. This is a political video, so I must discuss how both political parties have created their own following. Democrats have convinced various classes of people that they're victims. These people may be minorities being victimized by the majority. They may be the poor being victimized by the rich. Democrats promise that they will take from the majority and the rich and give to the minority and the poor, and all will be well. This has never happened, and it will never happen. This kind of equality is a lie. Republicans have convinced the wealthy that they're being robbed by Democrats through taxes and excessive regulation. As soon as you can get ahead, taxes and the poor will take whatever you've worked your entire life to earn. You're all victims. Get over it. I don't know who you are. However, I guarantee that you've been victimized by someone or some organization. Some of you may be victims of crime or abuse. Some of you are discriminated against for your skin color, your sexual preference, or some other thing that you can't change. Some of you must pay more in taxes than others. Some of you don't get special treatment because you're a Caucasian male. All that I can tell you is that if you live in your victim mindset, achieving anything in the free market will be challenging, if not impossible, for you. I empathize with whatever has made you a victim. However, the fact that someone else is rich doesn't make you poor, and the fact that you have the ability to give more to the government means you should be grateful and not resentful. If you don't get beyond this space, you will not achieve any victory in life until you just let it go. So for now, ignore the victim spin coming from Republicans and Democrats. The world is not as bad of a place as they claim, and they are not in a position to protect you from victimization, no matter what they promise. The United States isn't an autocracy where authorities tell you what you can or can't do. It's not a monarchy that hands authority down through family members. The United States free market rewards meritocracy. This means that you can earn a better life through merit, the development of skills, hard work, and innovation. If you expect the government to create jobs or improve the economy or pay your bills for you, you are living a life of entitlement. You believe you're entitled to a certain lifestyle because you're a living, breathing human being. While many in politics share this belief, expecting others to pay your way is a recipe for failure in a free market economy. As long as you can, there is no limit to who you can be in a free market if you create your success. There is such a thing as good and bad fortune. You can lose your job in a bad economy. You can get struck with cancer or some other ailment that you have no control over. You may have been robbed or experienced a natural disaster that set you back. Likewise, you may have been born into a wealthy family. You may have a windfall that you didn't expect. Maybe you got an inheritance from a rich uncle or a parent. Maybe you won a lucrative business contract that you didn't deserve. My description of climbing the economic ladder doesn't imply that good and bad fortune are not part of this picture. This good and bad will happen. In most cases, it's not under your control. Deal with whatever bad comes your way the best that you can, and be grateful for the good that comes your way. In this video, I've spoken for a long time about money. The fact is that money doesn't define you. You're inherently valuable, regardless of wealth, status, or anything else. While this advice on climbing the economic ladder has proven to work in a free market, we're all human and we're going to make mistakes. When you experience setbacks, whether those setbacks are caused by others or by you, do your best to start climbing the ladder again. The reason for this video was to help you understand that we live in one of the best times and the best countries in the world. Opportunity is abundant, and you're fortunate to be living in a country that provides this opportunity. Take advantage of what America has to offer you, disregard the victim spin of Republicans and Democrats, and live your best life. Thank you for visiting Reengineering Politics. I plan to continue posting videos on various political topics, so please stay tuned. I'd love it if you like this video and you subscribe to the Reengineering Politics YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope you return for more political insight that's neither left nor right.